Monique Burns coming to you today from a street called Bluehill here in Detroit, Michigan. And that behind me is our latest renovation project. I am going to give you a tour and show you what we do. We buy houses in Detroit, we renovate them, and then we sell them to investors from all over the country and all over the world. This one is actually already sold, but I wanted you to meet Jeff, our renovator, and have him talk you through exactly what he's doing in this house. Let's get inside. Welcome to the Bluehill house, and meet Jeff, who will tell you all about the progress here and what is going on.
So far we've got all the old plaster down in the back of the house that was really damaged. Everything in the front of the house we're gonna spray with gripper and mud and just repaint. Gripper will cover up all the soot.
What is gripper?
It's a thick, hardy paint that really adheres to everything. If we tried putting our mud on here right now to level out the walls, the mud will bubble up and just fall right off, especially on this old plaster. This old plaster is like plaster of Paris or something. It's really super smooth. It's hard to get anything to grip to it. So we put gripper on there, we spray it on, and then we'll go level everything out with mud, and then we'll spray another layer of gripper before we paint, and that will just make sure everything's covered up. You won't smell smoke or soot or anything like that. So the back of the house, we actually ripped all the old plaster out because it was damaged so bad. All the door jambs, the base, and everything. This is all new drywall going up. We're going to frame out all the new doorways and all new trim base and everything. So, I mean, the whole place will look nice, but you'll be able to tell that this is all brand new back here. And we got kind of lucky at a couple of things. The floor is still good and undamaged. Needs to be cleaned in the bathroom, same in the kitchen. But we're brand new bathtub, everything in the bathroom. It'll be nice.
We usually save bathtubs.
Yeah, if we can. Yeah, the old cast iron ones. But this was plastic already, and it had a plastic surround. It was all melted, so we ripped it out. We're not going to do a plastic surround again. We'll do tile. It'll last longer. This will get all brand new doors. I went through, there was some burnt electrical. I already went through and replaced all the electrical that needed it. You see I've got plumbing, all new plumbing run up everywhere. And if you look through that closet there, you can see I've already got all the new plumbing run for the shower. So it'll all be nice. Bathrooms, there was a lot of bedrooms, there was a lot of damage on the floor. So we ripped out, that one was damaged pretty. Rip that all out, and we'll just put new subflooring in. This one we ripped out the center. We'll cover it with subfloor, replace it with subfloor, and then it'll all get carpet, so you'll never see any of these old slanted. The closets in the bedrooms originally had 6-foot bifolds. I hate bifolds because they fall apart. Tenants will call you constantly because the bifolds fell off. So I close the opening, and I'll end up putting a 36-inch door in here, just an interior door. It'll open up that way, and it's still a big opening for a closet, but it's an actual door that's not going to fall off. It's pins, and it's less maintenance issue. It should last as long as nobody's kicking holes in it. It'll last as long as any other door in this house. So,
is this a new door?
It's a new door. This is where the main fire was, right here. So the door that was here was ripped out by the fire department. They ripped all the framing out of the house. I reframed it, put this all up. If you look outside here, you can see where the whole back of the house was burned through. And I replaced some structure up there. And then when we get our window guy out, he'll rewrap all that with aluminum, so you won't even see anything. But it's all tied back in with new wood, so it's strong. It's not going to go anywhere.
And you did this security door?
Yeah, the security door, the inner door, the framing, which you can't really see much anymore, but yeah.
How's Home Depot doing with their shortages?
It's pretty bad.
But the house is totally transformed, almost into a warehouse.
In Katy, Texas, authorities found this home filled with everything from lamps to top-of-the-line power tools, all of it stolen from Home Depot's.
These doors right here, this door needed to be a pre-hung door anyways, but the side door over here could have just been what's called a replacement door. It's got a steel frame. You leave the old frame in place, the steel frame just goes on. I can put that door in 35 minutes. Home Depot's out of stock of all of them, so I have to put pre-hungs in. And not only are they pre-hungs, but they're single hole, so I have to drill a second hole for deadbolts. So I mean, a door now is taking about just over 2 hours. You know, so it's adding time to everything. Mud, Home Depot's been out of 20-minute mud for 2 months. So in Home Depot I go to normally. I drove across town yesterday about 40 minutes each way to a different Home Depot to get mud, so that takes a little more time too. But you know, the window guy's coming here in another week or so. He'll get all the windows put up, and that'll have that taken care of. That would be nice. I was really starting to get the doors in because I'm starting to get plumbing done, and I need a way to start closing this place up, you know. So, as far as this neighborhood so far, though, it's been really nice. Everybody here is really nice, really good neighborhood. Concerned about the house, and there's a vacant house next door. They're wanting you guys to buy that up too, you know, get somebody in it. So, good neighborhood, which is nice. Same thing in this bedroom. I had a 6-foot closet. I closed it down, and I'll put a 3-foot door in it just for maintenance issues. But it's not bad. You know, you see, it's going to be a nice, clean bedroom, nice, all brand new walls. We can go upstairs. I mean, upstairs is still pretty rough. We haven't done much of anything up here, and I think there's a bee's nest. So just be careful. I don't get too close, but there's a little bee's nest, and it actually goes inside. I threw something at it yesterday and had probably 20 or 25 bees come flying out of it, so I'll get some spray and take care of that. Up here, we're keeping all the trim and everything. We'll just spray gripper. We'll scrape everything that's loose on the walls off. We've got some replacement repairs to do. But we'll scrape everything off, spray gripper on it all, and paint it. It'll be fine. The floor, obviously, I'll cut that out, and which is unfortunate because this was a nice floor. I would have really liked to keep this, but I'll cut that out, put some plywood in there, and then we'll just carpet this room. But yeah, once again, it's going to get all the windows. So.
This isn't the vacant one, is it?
No, it's on the other side. See this house next door? The first day I was here, there was somebody sleeping in here, but they were obviously just squatting up there. But, I mean, the whole time that we've had people demoing and people working here, there's not, even when there was no doors on this place and it sat wide open, nobody's even coming here to look and see what we've done. So that's reassuring.
Just getting ready to start demo. Coming in the back door into the kitchen. There was a kitchen fire and a bedroom fire here. Kitchen, dining room.
Kitchen, once again, kitchen and dining room, we can save all this tile. It's all good. It's no sense in taking it out. We'll just clean it. And we're going to cover the ceilings in here because there's just so much work that needs to be done on them. We'll cover those. But I'm pretty sure these walls, we're just going to spray them and keep them. All right. Same thing here. I'm working on this door right now. I had to rebuild the frame all the way around it. The fire department, when they ripped the doors off, they ripped all this framing out that the exterior goes onto, and the framing that was behind this pre-hung was all ripped out. So I just had to build that out, pack it back out, which isn't that big of a deal, but it takes time.
Nice big open basement. sure that doesn't work. No water heater. And that's it.
You see we don't have a dumpster right now because I'll turn this fan off. We don't have a dumpster, so I have some trash around right now, but we don't have a dumpster because we had one here and the neighbors or somebody came by and filled it up. So.
And it takes a while to get dumpsters right now.
Yeah, I think 4 weeks or something, so. You know, these walls, they're bubbled, but it's just from moisture sitting. The block actually looks really good. On days where it's rained really hard, we've had a little tiny bit of water coming on the corners, but that's because the downspouts on the outside are not, they need to be repaired, so. Other than that, I haven't had anything seeping through the walls, so they're good block walls. We'll scrape them and paint them. This whole floor is pretty disgusting right now, but it all gets scraped and painted. I was doing plumbing, I opened up the lines and was spraying, I was spraying down into the main to see if the main sewer was running. And I sat here for 10 minutes spraying full water pressure in there, it was running fine. But you see where I tied my lines together here, my hot and cold, this is where the water heater will go, but I tie my lines together so I can pressurize hot and cold at the same time and just test the system. As far as that, I mean, I need to put lights down here. Most of the fixtures are bad. There was a ground issue when I got here originally and all the lights were flickering, but I figured that out, just ran a new ground wire. That's pretty much it. I think we got probably, I don't know, 5 more weeks I think I'm shooting for in this one. So it's not too bad.
Thanks.